In part 1 of the video, 43-year-old Coco appealed to the Nanyang Town Council under West Coast either for a lift at the corners of her block, or to make her level electric wheelchair accessible. Life is a struggle for hard-up Coco, who suffers from end-stage kidney failure with 9% left, type 1 diabetes, high blood pressure, and anemia, as well as heart failure in June 2012. But she has an added challenge, leaving the house in 906 Jurong West Street 91 to go for her dialysis sessions in Renal Life Dialysis Center at Jurong West Street 81. She needs the help of a wheelchair to move around. Going for her dialysis sessions thrice weekly is not only a struggle for her, it is also a difficult task for her husband Carl. He is 51, and unemployed due to schizophrenia, bipolar, OCD, and intermittent explosive disorder.
When I came back home after my operation, about 1 week later, after 8 days in the hospital, I came back. Immediately, I go into my MP, Mr. Ang, and I said that can they allow me to have an electrical point on the 6th floor? So that if I have the wheelchair, I can park there and then charge. At the same time, I also asked my neighbor on the 6th floor, the Malay family, the male owner, very nice because he have an elderly in the house with wheelchair. So he understand from my perspective also. So he said, yeah, you can park your wheelchair there, there's a space there. So I said, okay, I will park over there. So when I go in, the first time, the town council assistant manager, over the phone, we talked about it. He said that it's not possible because of there might be some issue. He will check it out. But he sent his officer, Miss Roseanne, down to my block. She was very friendly. At first she asked me, where you want to put the point? Tell me. So I told her, maybe we can get an extension light from the common corridor lighting. Just bring a light down and the point. I don't mind to pay for that, or secure it to make it like every month how much electric I use, I'm willing to pay for it. So she said, okay, I'll get a contractor, we'll talk about budgeting and we'll let you know. And 1 hour later, the email came from her assistant manager, no, it cannot be done. I was so happy sharing my joy. Then after that, 1 hour later, I see the email, I was really very disappointed.
After meeting with a representative from the town council about installing an electrical charging point for her wheelchair in the corridor outside her 6th floor executive apartment HDB flat, Coco was hopeful.
Then I went to see my MP the following Monday and said, can we consider it again? So he wrote into the town council, and then 3 days later he wrote back, we understand you went to see the MP and all that, but it's a fire hazard. And he said that, well, we may allow you to park your mobile device in the common area subjected to SCDF rules and regulations. I'm like, okay, fine.
The town council and the member of parliament Mr. Ng Wei Neng said that the matter needed to be referred to the Singapore Civil Defence Force. This gave Coco hope once more.
I don't know what to do already. Then at the same time, because of the corridor incident, all the plant and all that, I did write a letter to SCDF about the whether had to be 1.2 or what. So the funny thing is that they also sent me a reply 3 days later and say, everything will refer to the town council. Like, town council says this, and then the other one said that. So it's like pointing, pushing a buck to one another. I said, what is this? Then now I keep thinking, how to solve the problem? I cannot move house. And because a lot of the town council, they hint to me, I don't know, official thing, just verbal.
Unable to help, her MP name even suggested she move house.
They hint to me, say, why don't you consider moving house? And I was like, it's a long story, so I don't want to go through that at first. Then when I see the MP will say, why not you consider moving house? I was like, not again. He's a new MP. The previous MP is Mr. E. So I had told him my problem before. It's a very long story. So maybe I can share about it now. When I fall sick in June 2012, I know that once I'm I got this heart failure, it will get worse and worse. As they told me, the lifespan for heart patients is about 5 to 10 years because it's different for heart attack. Mine is the left side of the heart is enlarged. It's not like it's blockage or anything. They did a lot of scan. I don't have blockage in the body. It's a heart that is the muscle has gotten weaker, so it can't really work well now.
This is her journey, possibly trying to find a new house.
So I direct into our Prime Minister in an email to say that can I apply for a studio apartment? Because I was thinking, me and my husband, we have no children, no point for us to get a big flat. So why not we go to the smallest one, the studio apartment? But then after that, the reply for HDB came back. They say, both of us, we are not that senior, so we are not qualified to get a studio apartment. So I went to see an officer, HDB officer, and the first one was a lady, I think Serene. Serene told me that we can only offer you a 2-room flat based on if you want to go to the smallest unit. I say, okay, 1 bedroom, 1 hall. It's okay. It will be just nice for us. So I was thinking maybe after I sell off my executive apartment, go to a smaller unit, we will have some cash flow. Because for all my medical needs. The first house they offered me was in Sembawang. So I went to see the Sembawang unit. I like the unit. It's a corner unit too. Then I told them, okay, I would like to take up this unit. I signed an agreement. I waited 6 months. There was no news. I was like, what happened? So I called back, and then they told me, oh, management reject. What is the reason? No reason given. I was like, okay, then what should be the next step? The next step, another year, another officer took over. The officer said, why not we look at another unit? Okay, where would you like? I said, Teck Whye, there's a polyclinic nearby. I don't mind to go to Teck Whye. So I went there, see the unit. I like the unit. Again, I wanted. And then I waited. 3 months passed. No answer. Then I asked them, what happened? They say, oh, your husband had this mental illness. We need you to get a letter from his medical report from his doctor to say that he is certified fit enough to sign documents. I said, okay, fine. I had to went to the IMH, go through all the assessment because you can't get a report immediate. It's not. They had to do assessment, about 2 assessments and some thorough interviews. So it took after the interview, it took about 3 months for the report. When I presented the report, they said, okay, we'll let you know. After I waited 3 months passed by, nothing happened. I said, what happened again? Management reject. And at the same time, it was not written in black and white, but the officer said, there is a school next to the Teck Whye unit. We are a bit concerned your husband's mental stage. There are children there. It's like people, when they hear you are a schizophrenia person, they will always think that you will be taking knife going around chopping everybody up. Because when a lot of things happen, they always have schizophrenia. My husband is not schizophrenia. There are 2 types. One is the negative, one is the positive. Positive is the one with extra hearing, thinking, sensation. They will be very paranoid. My husband is not. He's the negative type. That is, he have lack of emotion. He's very slow. He can't respond fast. But people, when they heard schizophrenia, they think, oh, the one going to the door is chopping up people. So everybody here, his condition, they might be afraid to live near him. So the second time, we didn't get the flat. So the third time, they say, you want to look at Boon Lay nearby? Because my father-in-law staying nearby. I said, okay, we will go and look at Boon Lay. And then I don't really like the unit. And I say, any other choice? They say, you hold on. And then they say, why you like, right? We will see how. We will see. Maybe we'll give you a lower floor unit or whatever. Because all these years of going to and fro is already my interest in this house already keep on rolling since I'm not working, my husband not working. So it's like we cannot afford to buy a high floor unit anymore, maybe a lower floor. So I said, okay, I will wait. And then after that, no news again. So I was like, why? I want to move house, you don't let me move house. And as I had to go for operation, after operation, my body is getting weaker. Until last year, another officer took over, Mr. Tony. He's a very nice guy, but he said that you want to consider moving to a smaller flat? I say, you sure? This time you all really let me move? We let's see what is the term. But at the same time, because I keep on falling sick, and then I went to ComCare for help. So ComCare tell me that why not you try to apply to take out your CPF on medical ground. So I said, oh, I can do that, because they are the one who taught me. I said, oh, that's good. Then I went and go into CPF, found the information, what documents to submit. I went to, and then finally after 1 year of trying, they approved my CPF to be withdrawn on medical ground. That means the ordinary account and your special account will combine into a retirement account. So it's something new I'm learning. So every month I will have a payout. At first I was very happy. I say, hey, that's good. At least I have some payout. A few $100 is good. At least can supplement the income. Then the bad thing is that after that, the HDB officer told me, oh, because you have taken out your CPF, now if you sell your big flat, you cannot, the money, certain portion, a big amount from your portion will go back into your retirement account. I was like, okay. My husband just taken out his medical one. So if he sell the flat, his portion will be taken out. So although we are not 55 yet, that is only for 55 and above. But now he is 50, I'm only 42. Why we sell this flat, the money will be taken out and put in the retirement account. We don't have enough for 2 room now. And then our age don't qualify for a studio apartment. So they say, if you sell this house, you will have to go to a renter. I was like, huh? You mean I sell my big house? Now, with the money stuck in the CPF, I had to go to a rental flat. Every month I have to still find ways to pay for the rental. Why do I want to do that? That is not feasible, and I might be dying in maybe, because now in my 9th year into my heart failure, they say about 10 years. My dad had heart failure. After 10 years, he passed away. So if I'm going to die in 1 year, why do I want to have money inside my retirement? And because for my husband, once I'm gone, he's not able to take care of himself. I already arranged a social worker to put him into under the Destitute Person Act. He'll be going into a home for the mentally ill. So at least there will be people taking care of him. Then why do we need to have money inside our retirement? We don't need any more. We have no children. And then to me is that by the time when I pass on and he moved to the house, this house government can take back. We don't need the money. We only ask for some peace. Don't keep asking us to move house now.
Her medical bills, housing bills and her husband's medical bills have all taken a financial toll on the couple. Though she was working as a preschool principal, Coco stopped working in 2018.
Currently, this EA has 4 bedrooms. When I bought this unit long ago, my aim was to rent out the extra room to either NTU student who live just opposite, or the Tuas area, a lot of factory worker. So this is my source of income. I used to rent out 3 bedrooms. Back then, government allowed 9% in the flat HDB, including the owner. So we can rent out to 7 tenants. So 7 tenants I split into 3 bedrooms. And then we use the master bedroom. But a few years ago, HDB changed the rules. They say all the occupier in whatever sizes of the house is maximum is only 6%, including owner. So me and my husband, you -2, you can only rent out to 4 tenants. And if 4 tenants, the rules also changed now that you can't rent out 3 bedrooms. You can only rent out 2 bedrooms. So I did speak to a HDB officer. I even went now to see one of the MP in charge of the housing, which I better not mention his name, but he told me he can't really help because that is the new rule. So I can only rent out 2 bedrooms. I said, it's funny, right? I can rent out 2 bedrooms. Me and my husband got 2 other bedrooms. So you want us to split into 2 bedrooms and sleep, is it? I was quite upset at that time. But so now 1 bedroom become more like just a study and storeroom. Yeah, so we can only rent out 2 bedrooms. So 2 bedrooms, now the market price is higher, but because my tenants stay with me for more than 10 years, I stay here 15 years, they are all very nice tenants. So 1 bedroom I can rent out to about 500 because it doesn't have aircon. But the market price out there is 700 to 800 if you have aircon. So from there you can know my rental is my passive income. And then other than that is my retirement fund that's come in. So we still have, we are living on only maybe 1,000 plus a month. It's not really enough because now everything, after the COVID, the prices of everything is going up high. Food is going up, everything is going up. Bills are going up. So it's getting a bit tougher now.
Though she does not go out much except for her dialysis, the costs she has to bear have all added up. Instead of taking an ambulance or transport that can accommodate her wheelchair, Coco relies on her husband to take her around, and even for dialysis.
At first, I was thinking whether is it possible to, the town council can really consider my case about having an electrical point. So give me back some of my independence. Because now, as I go out for dialysis, we have to spend like almost 200 on transport. And fro to go for my dialysis, and if we had our raining days and all that, is even worse. So I just hope the town council will be nice to give me a chance to be independent. Maybe if they have an electrical wheelchair with a point, I used to be a teacher, so a principal, so I might be able to go out give tuition and all that on my own. You know, let me have some independency back so I can earn extra income to take care of my husband. Because currently, I try to do a sideline in doing baking, online baking, but during the COVID period, all the ingredients can't come in. So it's difficult. It's really very difficult. So I need some form of help.
Will Coco get the help she desperately needs? Let's find out. This is brought to you by the Independent Singapore. Subscribe to this channel for more updates.